I just love this stuff. This is the type of thing that I just love doing it. Like, this is what being a producer is about. Hey guys, it's Ray Andre here. I'm a music producer from Florida man. And today I'm going to be reacting to BTS and the recording of vocals, specifically Sugar's recording of vocals. He's recording the Song Request by a different artist, and he's featured in the song. So I'm just going to be commenting about what he's doing there and what kind of techniques or just any background information that I know goes on in these type of recordings, professional recordings, and in this case, a BTS Sugar recording. If you like these type of videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button until it turns blue. Without further ado, here we go.
일단 그냥 톤만 좀 봐주세요. 아, 너무 졸리다.
So just so you know, he said, help me with the tone there. So I'm not sure what he means by that right now. We'll have to see and check out what he means by help me with the tone, because it could be the tone of his vocal. We have to check out what he means by help me with the tone. He's asking the producer to help him out.
Yeah. 네.
All right. I know this is very early on in the video, but I do want to make a comment here. The reason why he's doing that, first of all, you have to clear your throat. You have to drink a lot of water before you record, because you don't want things getting in the way of your throat. When I record people, I make sure that they have had some water, because you don't want any phlegm or anything like that to get in the way, because then it starts sounding like I know that sounds terrible, right? But that's how it sounds sometimes. It could break your voice. It can make it seem like you're hitting two notes at the same time. So you don't want that kind of thing in the recording. So that's why you won't have to clear your throat. You want to avoid dairy products maybe the night before you record, so that you don't have a lot of phlegm, sugar, any kind of stuff like that. Even coffee sometimes can dehydrate you. So just, you know, hot tea, water, just so it keeps it flowing there and it's not very dry. The other thing there is that when he's doing there, like, yeah, that kind of thing is just to get into the vibe of it. The people that I produce, sometimes I just tell them, hey, how about you just sing something, sing whatever, or how about you just, you know, do some runs or do vocal warm-ups, just to get relaxed, kind of get in the mood of the song and get it going, so that you're not just you know, thinking like, oh, what am I gonna do, or like, I don't know exactly what to do. Obviously Suga here, this was in 2019, so he's, you know, he was already a professional at this point. He knows that this is gonna get him in the mood of it. But for people that are inexperienced, you have to do that type of thing even more so, because it just helps you get into the right mindset of like, okay, it's recording time, getting the right mood of the song, kind of playing it a few times, and then you can be ready to record after that.
Cheer. Yeah. 치열했던 하늘 위로하는 어둠마저 잠든 이 밤 수백 번 나를 토해내네 그대 아프니까 난 당신의 삶 한 기퉁이 한 조각이자 그대의 감정들의 멋대로 너 FAMILIA.
Is family the same word in Korean as it is in English, or did he just switch it to English? When BTS members record music, a lot of times they just throw in English words in there. Is that a K-pop thing, or did he just do that? I'm not sure if that's Korean too. Family or familia, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's, you know, like an English or Spanish word. Let me hear it again real quick. Yeah, familia. Okay, so I guess it's like a Spanish word more than an English word. I don't think that's a Korean word. Correct me if I'm wrong.
이런 톤이면 어떨까요?
So he did change the tone of how he had first recorded it. Sometimes you can sing and the notes can be correct, but the energy is a little different, you know? This might have sounded like the first time he might have gone hard, and this is more like a melancholic song, because I checked the other artists out. The other artist that he did the song with was, I can't remember what the artist was. Comment down below, because I can't remember right now. But that song, I listened to it, and it's a ballad song. So maybe the energy was too hard when he did it at first, and so this tone is just a little bit more mellow and relaxed, and kind of like brings that more emotionality into it.
튀어나오네 근데. 지금 뭐 CL에 걸려 있어요.
CL에 걸린 게 아니라.
Okay, so here you see how it says CLA. He says, how does it sound with this tone, right? And so then the CLA is a compressor. It's a plug-in compressor that just makes your vocals kind of pop a little bit more. It's done by Waves. So he's asking, did you put like a compressor to it? Did you put a CLA on it? Because it's probably jumping out a little bit more. It's sounding like more energetic probably and louder. So he's asking like, what did you put on it?
CL에 걸려 있어요.
CL에 걸린 게 아니라 커프가 너무 안 걸리고.
Who is the staff there, by the way? If you know who the staff is, let me know. I would love to know who the staff is and just check them out. Maybe they have videos or something like that where I could check out their work.
네.
네.
지금 한번 톤 주기도 하고 있잖아.
네.
So it sounded like he just adjusted the EQ. When you sing or when you emit any sort of sound, there's a frequency spectrum. What that means is that that sound sounds a certain way and you can analyze it on a spectrum. Like there's bass, then that means that there are a lot of frequencies that are bass frequencies. The high frequencies are going to be on a different part of the spectrum. What happened there, it looks like the producer was adjusting the EQ curve. So he might have adjusted, a little bit here and there and just made him pop a little bit more. That kind of stuff is almost essential when you're recording because you want to make sure that you hear yourself well and that you hear yourself in a way that makes you want to keep singing and makes you be like, okay, I like this, and you're not like, oh, this sounds terrible. You want to be able to hear yourself well.
치열했던 하늘 위로하는 어둠마저 잠드니 밤 수백 번 나를 토해내네 그대 아프니까 난 당신의 삶 한 기둥이 한 조각이자 그대의 감정들의 멋대로는 FAMILIA.
So I wonder what he's thinking there, if he's like examining it and saying, oh, I need to do this differently or that differently.
너무 발랄하지 않아요? 그러니까 예전 거는. 그죠.
Too bubbly. So is it too bubbly is what he asked. Is that too poppy? Maybe another word for it.
그러니까 뭔가 힘을 좀
더 약간
빼는 건 좋은 것 같은데 지금 뭔가 좀 알맹이가 없는 것 같아가지고.
See, okay, so I was right about that. The first time he did it, it seemed like it was too much, like it was too energetic for the type of music it was. And this time, it seems like he relaxed it a little bit, but now there's no energy. So he's trying to find an in-between those two, like how can I perform it so there's like energy, but yet it's like a relaxed sort of energy so that it fits with the song.
근데 또 저번이 조금 더 나은 것 같아요.
네, 그 지금 뭔가 좀 먹네요 소리가. 다시 해볼게요. 치열했던 하루 위로하는 어둠마저 잠드니 밤 수백 번 나를 토해내네 그대 아프니까 난 당신의 삶 한 기통이 한 조각이자 그대의 감정들의 멋대로는 FAMILIA. 뉘앙스는 이렇게 가는 게 맞는 것 같은데 그죠?
톤이 팍 좋지가 않네요.
너무 다운돼 있나? 너무 먹죠 소리가.
Okay, so this is very awesome because that's how you know they're professionals. They're listening for things that the average person literally cannot listen to when it comes to a performance. The most people would listen to that and be like, that sounds great, that sounds amazing to me. I got something stuck in my eye. Most people would just listen to that and say, oh, wow, that sounds great. That sounds amazing to me. Let's keep it. But the producer and SUGA, he knows like, all right, there's something that I can do better here. And that's what makes a professional a professional. That's what makes a star is being able to listen to that stuff and fix it and say, you know what, I can do even better. Like I can match it perfectly.
Yeah. 치열했던 하루 위로하는 어둠마저 잠드니 밤 수백 번 나를 토해내네 그대 아프니까 난 당신의 삶 한 기통이 한 조각이자 그대의 감정들의 멋대로는 이거 높나 너무?
He seems a little frustrated here, like I can't quite get it. This happens so often in vocal recordings. When I've recorded my music sometimes, for example, I have one song that I rap, and I'm not a rapper really, but I have one song where I rap. If you check it out, it's on Spotify under Ray Andre. The song is called Sin. That rap part, I actually rap for a little bit, and I had to record it, maybe like 2 or 3 times and just try to perfect it because it wasn't coming out the way I wanted. So it happens often. This is what recording is like. You have to get it right. You have to get it perfectly because then it's on there forever. You're never going to be like, okay, let's go back and fix it because the song has already been released. So you only have then to be able to fix it and get it right.
Yeah.
소리는 이쪽이 조금 더 끄집어내는 느낌이에요.
근데 뭔가 저는 좀 더 힘을
빼볼까?
뺀 느낌이 맞는 것 같아가지고.
See, he's trying to toe the line there between sounding relaxed but also not sounding a little bit stale. You want to sound energetic, yet to fit the mood of the song, it has to kind of be melancholic. A little bit almost sad, but yet have that energy behind it. Coming up with the right vocal tone is everything when it comes to a recording. The vocal tone, when you play an instrument, you have to figure out the tone too. But for a vocal, it's even more important because it's all about the performance. It's all about the performance. For an electric guitar, maybe it might be the way you play it, what position you play it in. It might be, what amp you're using, if you're using pedals. There are many things that contribute to the tone. The way you play it is one of them, but for a vocal, most of the tone of the vocal is in that performance. So if you can fix your performance and dial it in perfectly, then you're going to get exactly what you're looking for. And this is what SUGA's trying to do here.
Yeah.
See, those are vocal warm-ups.
에이, 치열했던 나를 위로하는 어둠마저 잠든 이 밤 수백 번 나를 토해내네 그대 아프니까 난 당신의 삶 한 기퉁이 한 조각이자 그대의 감정들의 때로는 FAMILIA 치열했던 나를 위로하는 어둠마저 잠든 이 밤 수백 번 나를
He's listening back, trying to check if he likes it.
토해내네 그대 아프니까 난 당신의 삶 한 기퉁이 한 조각이자 그대의 감정들의 때로는 FAMILIA 이런 느낌이 훨씬 좀 좋긴 하네요. 좀 힘을 뺀 게.
See, he likes it more relaxed. It suits the song better.
아무튼 저는 근데 이렇게 가는 게 이 방향성이 좀 맞는 것 같아요.
I just love this stuff. This is the type of thing that I just love doing it. Like, you know what? It needs a little bit of this, it needs a little bit of that. And we're going in this direction, and I like this direction better than the other one. This is what being a producer is about. SUGA here is not just performing it, but he's playing a producer role too.
힘은 그럼 좀 톤 다운 더 하고 어차피
네.
발랄한 건 앞에 있어요.
아예 좀 숨을 좀 많이 섞어서 내 앞에로 난 당신의 음악이든 그래 난 누군가에겐 봄 누군가에게는 겨울 누군가에게는 끝 누군가에게는 처음 난 누군가에겐 행복 누군가에겐 넌 누군가에겐
This time it seems like what he's singing, he's almost feeling it. And that is a big part of the performance and the recording of a vocal is feeling every single word with emotion that you're performing, that you're singing or rapping in this case. It's very important that you feel every single one. When you look at the way that he's doing it, his thought process and what he's trying to get out of it, this performance, it seems like he's just trying to get out of his head a little bit and be able to perform it, but perform well. You have to get to a point where you say, oh, I know exactly what I want. So you do it a couple times and then on one of those tries, everything comes together and that's the perfect vocal take. So it seems like he's almost there.
자장가이자 때때로는 속 함께하게 그대의 탄생과 끝 어디든 함께임을 기억하기를 언제나 당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 부디 내게 가끔 기대어 쉬어가기를 누군가에게는 겨울 누군가에게는 끝 누군가에게는 처음 난 누군가에겐 행복 누군가에겐 넌 누군가에겐 자장가이자 때때로는 소음 함께할게 그대의 탄생과 끝 어디든 함께임을 기억하기를 언제나 당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 부디 내게 그래 난 누군가에겐 봄 누군가에게는 겨울 누군가에게는 끝 누군가에게는 처음 난 누군가에겐 행복 누군가에겐 넌 누군가에겐 자장가이자 때때로는 소음 함께할게 그대의 탄생과 끝 어디든 함께임을 기억하기를 언제나 당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 부디 내게 가끔 기대 없이 쉬어가기를 언제나 당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 부디 내게 가끔 기대 처음부터 다시 한번 들어
So he's saying, let's listen to it back from the beginning. That's a perfect way to get the vibe of the song. Sometimes you forget about the big picture of what it sounds like as a whole. If you listen to it from the beginning, you can almost pretend that you're listening to it for the first time. And a trick that I like to do is to call someone else in the room, someone that, isn't a musician even. Sometimes I will call, just a friend or whoever, and I'll say, hey, could you listen to it, while they're in the room with me? And literally just having someone else there, I don't have to hear their opinions, but just having someone else there immediately lets me know what is wrong and what I have to fix. It's just having someone else there. It's like you're listening to it from their perspective.
이게 삶이 안 돼요. 삶이. 경상도 사람이라 삶이.
What does that word mean?
치열했던 나를 위로하는 어둠마저 잠든 이 밤 수백 번 나를 토해내네 그대 아프니까 때때로는 소음 함께 할게 그때의
I can relate.
누군가에겐 자장가이자 때때로는 소음 함께 할게 그대의 탄생과 끝 어디든 함께임을 기억하길 언제나 당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 그대의 탄생과 끝 어디든 함께임을 기억하길 언제나 당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 부디 내게 잠시 기대어 쉬어가길
That last part, he whispers it so gently. It's a pretty big part of the song too, and he whispers it like, you know, because everything is so low already because it's a ballad. And then when he whispers that last part, it makes you be like, oh, what is he saying? Like, I really want to know, you know? He's tired. He's like, please let this be the last take.
근데 또 그 DNA 때 거 들어보니까 그때도 좀 과하더라고. 근데 나는 사실 저번 앨범부터 좀 힘 빠지면서 되게 좋았거든요.
당신의 삶을 위로할 테니 모든 내게.
So it's very interesting to see how they record their music, their vocals, raps. It's just very interesting to see how their music is formed. If you guys have any videos, let me know in the comments and I will make sure to check them out. Make sure you check out my music, Ray Andre, on Spotify and any other listening platforms. Make sure you subscribe and like this video and I will see you next time. Stay golden, everyone.